If Daniel Jones is named the starting quarterback for the Colts for week 1, boy, does that show a lack of faith in Richardson, who they spent a top 4 pick on. It's bad for him because there's nobody out here that believes that Daniel Jones is a worthy starter for your franchise. We know he's got skills. We know he can make some plays. We know he can do some things, but his career with the New York Giants, his 24-44-1 record as a starter over the course of his career speaks for itself. We've seen more blooper reels from Daniel Jones than highlights. And he's your starter, starting over a guy that you spent the top 4 draft pick on in the NFL draft just a few years ago. That's a bad, bad, bad sign for Richardson.
Damn! God damn! God damn!
Wake up, everyone. Daniel Jones is officially the Colts starting quarterback. Anyone who has been paying attention to the storyline should not be surprised whatsoever. This is Sports Guy talking that you guys are watching and listening to. I am Dustin Tran, your host, as I am here today to talk about what the Colts aren't telling you about Daniel Jones. Remember, the Colts had a quarterback competition in training camp between Daniel Jones and Anthony Richardson. In fact, Daniel Jones was brought in for $14 million on a 1-year contract. Before I say anything else, though, I want to present you guys with the topic question. So, here it is. What is your reaction to Daniel Jones being named the Colts starter? Honestly, I have 3 reactions that I have to this news occurring. Number 1 to this would be it's not surprising. Number 2 would be quietly optimistic. And number 3 would be delighted. Those are the 3 main reactions I have for Daniel Jones being able to secure the quarterback 1 spot for the Indianapolis Colts. The reason why I'm not surprised Daniel Jones won the starting job is because Anthony Richardson is not a very good football player. It's not because Anthony Richardson isn't talented. It's because Anthony Richardson is very lazy. He's not the first guy in the building, and he's not the last guy out of the building. Anthony Richardson also lacks football IQ or even just natural born intelligence for the matter. Anthony Richardson got to the NFL because of potential. He didn't get to the NFL because he actually deserved to be on an NFL roster. Anthony Richardson got there because he had elite physical tools. And I'll be the first to tell you, I was fooled by Anthony Richardson's performance at the NFL Combine. I saw Anthony Richardson had elite size and elite arm strength, and I also saw the ability for Anthony Richardson to run the football at a high level. And I said to myself, yeah, this is a guy that can play football at a high level. Obviously, Anthony Richardson has not lived up to expectations at the NFL level. He is so inaccurate with the football in his hands. I know you have to give young quarterbacks time, but there is no strategy to fix an inaccurate quarterback who is lazy to improve upon his habits. Anthony Richardson is exactly that. So I'm not surprised Anthony Richardson did not win the starting job. I also felt quietly optimistic for Daniel Jones winning the starting job because I actually like the fit Daniel Jones is in for the Colts offense. I like the head coach that they have in Shane Steichen. He's a developer of young talent at the quarterback position. I know that obviously he hasn't developed Anthony Richardson into being a star quarterback, but like I said, there's no strategy to fixing a dumb quarterback in the NFL who does not have the work ethic necessary to be a great quarterback. Obviously, Daniel Jones will have weapons to throw to. He's also going to have the best offensive line he has ever had in his NFL career, so he's going to have plenty of time to throw the football. Don't forget about Jonathan Taylor running the football. This Colts offense is loaded with talent. They got a lot of weapons on offense. The Colts are going to put up a lot of points. Defensively, they still got question marks, but offense, they're going to be fine. I like Jonathan Taylor. I like Michael Pittman Jr. I like Adonai Mitchell. I like Josh Downs, and I like the rookie tight end that they drafted in Tyler Warren. I'm expecting Daniel Jones to have a career year on the Indianapolis Colts. I also want to show you guys this clip of Shane Steichen officially declaring Daniel Jones to be their starting quarterback for the 2025 season. Shane Steichen said Daniel Jones would be the starting quarterback on a permanent basis. He said it with strong conviction. Roll the film.
Daniel Jones will be our starting quarterback this season. I thought the competition in training camp was great by both of those guys. I thought they both competed really hard, and it was good to see them cheering for each other and battling the way they did. And you guys heard me talk about the consistency, and that's really what I was looking for. And really the operation at the line of scrimmage, the checks, the protection, the ball placement, the the completion percentage. I think all that played a factor in it. I think Daniel did a great job doing that, and I think AR has made strides in that area. But I do feel that he still needs to continue to develop in those areas. And I had a chance to talk to both of them this morning. They were both great. AR was great. He knows that he still needs to develop and learn in those areas, and he knows that he's one play away. Let those guys know. Let the team know this morning. Team's very supportive of Daniel, but also supportive of AR and his new role, and he's got to attack it the right way, and then we'll go from there.
Wow, strong words said by Shane Steichen. I can certainly roll with it. Shane Steichen is a worker of quarterback talent. This guy developed Justin Herbert into being one of the top quarterbacks in the National Football League during his rookie season, back when he was coaching on the LA Chargers as an assistant coach. Obviously, he then goes to the Philadelphia Eagles. He's their offensive coordinator, and he gets Jalen Hurts to play MVP caliber football. Now he goes to the Indianapolis Colts and gets a career year out of Gardner Minshew, and now all of a sudden people are down on Shane Steichen because he can't get anything on Anthony Richardson. Look, Shane Steichen understands how to work with quarterbacks if the quarterback is willing to put in the work. I can't really blame Shane Steichen for that, because if a player isn't trying, then why keep trying to coach him when he's clearly not listening to the coach? Shane Steichen understood that, hey, I got to bring in a quarterback that I can actually fix. That's why he brought in Daniel Jones. Yeah, Daniel Jones isn't a perfect quarterback. I'm not saying Daniel Jones is going to be this phenomenal football player, but could I see him being Ryan Tannehill 2.0 on the Indianapolis Colts? Absolutely. I think Daniel Jones is going to have a career year on this franchise. I like the O-line that he's in. I like the running game that he is in. I like the fact that the AFC South division is one of the softer divisions in all of football, so the Colts have an easier pathway to the NFL playoffs than what could be potentially expected. Their wide receiver core is underrated, and again, I really like the rookie tight end they drafted in Tyler Warren. That dude is going to be a great player in the National Football League. This Colts offense is actually looking pretty good on paper if Daniel Jones can actually get his game fixed under Shane Steichen. I'm also delighted to see Daniel Jones get his starting job back in the NFL. Congrats to Daniel Jones for being an NFL starter. I feel delighted to see Daniel Jones be given another opportunity to be an NFL starter, because he was working in less than ideal conditions on the Giants. Now Daniel Jones is going to be working on a better squad in the Indianapolis Colts compared to the New York Giants. As far as what the Colts aren't telling you about Daniel Jones, they're not telling you that Daniel Jones could be a comeback player of the year candidate. They're not telling you that Daniel Jones could be the former first-round draft bust that could save his career on a different franchise. He could follow the footsteps of Geno Smith, Baker Mayfield, and Sam Darnold. I'm really excited to see what Daniel Jones can do on this Colts squad. He's not a perfect quarterback, but he is an upgrade over Anthony Richardson. If he can complete at least 60% of his passes, then I can absolutely live with the results for Daniel Jones at the quarterback position. Like I said, Daniel Jones is mistake prone, but he's not as mistake prone as Anthony Richardson, and at least Daniel Jones won't be a guy who quits on his team during the middle of a game, unlike Anthony Richardson. I also believe the Colts are going to be a playoff team this year. I got them winning 10 games. They're going to finish the season with a 10-7 record. They will end up being a wild card team in the AFC. Do not be surprised if the Colts are a playoff team. So that is why I feel not surprised, quietly optimistic, and delighted for my reactions to Daniel Jones being named the Colts starter, as Anthony Richardson more or less sealed his fate as a Colts draft bust. Remember, go ahead and subscribe to Sports Guy Talking, like the video, and please comment down below. If you guys do that, I may shout you guys out in my Instagram story every Monday. That will be for the @DustinNashTran Instagram account. Make sure to follow me on Instagram @DustinNashTran, and that's Sports Guy Talking. Also, go follow me on Twitter @DustinNashTran. Again, go ahead and do those things that I just told you guys to go do. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed the content that was just produced. Peace out. I hope you enjoyed that video. Want more Sports Guy Talking, the home of great sports content? Make sure you click that subscribe button to get the latest from Sports Guy Talking. Go ahead and like the video, comment down below, check the description box on the video in order to follow my Instagram and Twitter. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from the YouTube channel, Sports Guy Talking.